Greetings. I I hope you are blessed wherever you are, as we are about to have this small family meeting. Uh, as we are about to speak about, actually, we are revisiting something we spoke about in the month of August. So we will have a quick chat. Um, on i-case kaSenzo Meyiwa. Sizodila kakhulu with the case of uSenzo Meyiwa. Those who are lucky and blessed to have me on their WhatsApp, they know that in the month of August we spoke about the case of Senzo Meyiwa, and we spoke about three things. We spoke about the judgment, how the judgment will be, although we will not go deeper on that one because the judgment has not yet happened. The judgment has not yet happened. But maybe I can just revisit that a bit today. We spoke about the five people who are accused, on what is gonna happen to all of them, and we spoke about the spirituality that is involved in this whole matter. All right, and I have to come back on that, really, because we are okay, something is disturbing me. Let me just close this, because we as human beings, we like to deal with things with emotions. We blame the justice system, we blame the judges, we blame the lawyers. And I'm here to defend the courts, to say the courts are doing their best to bring justice, um, to the case of Senzo Meyiwa. They are trying their best. Um, but as spiritual people, you have to know that the courts, they don't deal with spiritual things. The courts, they only want evidence. We just need evidence. We don't care if a traditional healer was involved in the death of Senzo or after the death of Senzo, because many of the things, they happened after Senzo died. After consulting with the Holy Ghost, and looking at uh, um, the fact that there were things that were done. Yes, Senzo was shot physically, but there were things that were done few days after his death. There were rituals that were performed, and there were things that were done that even if we want to solve the case, we will fail to solve the case, because there was a lot of things that were done spiritually, you know. And when I say there was a lot of things that were done when I say there's too much spirituality involved, I feel like if it was up to me, unfortunately, it has not happened like that. The Meyiwa family were supposed to solve things spiritually before they go to the court. They were supposed to deal with everything, because it was this whole thing that drives this whole matter is the fact that there was the killers of Senzo. They did things on themselves with traditional healers that they may never be found. That's why I'm saying my problem with the Senzo Meyiwa case is not that it cannot be solved. My problem with the Senzo Meyiwa case is that there is a lot of spirituality that is involved, you know, and and we know something about the spiritual world, that the spiritual world controls the physical world. You know, these whole years of 2014 till 2023 of dragging a lot of things that people are not realizing, blaming the courts and blaming the police that were corrupt and all those things, which is true. We are ignoring the fact that there is a lot of spirituality that is involved here, you know. So, um, I wish the family of Meyiwa. The problem, we don't know the family of Meyiwa, their spiritual ground. Are they people who believe in prayer? Are they people who believe in sangomas? Are they people who believe? But they have to have tried something spiritually first before going to the court, because there is a lot of things that are involved. And when I say there's a lot of spirituality involved, I'm not talking about the good side of spirituality. I'm talking about the bad side of spirituality. There were a lot of things that were done by the killers of Senzo Meyiwa. They involved a lot of spirituality to hide themselves, not to be found. Right? So, we spoke about um, uh, because we are answering the question, will there be justice? I think everyone wants to understand, will there be justice? you know so we are asking spiritual people who are graced to have a prophetic eye, you know to see something before it happens, right? The one of the judgment we will have to await, because yes, in the month of August I predicted the fact that the judge will just dismiss the whole case. So I'm not sure whether the judgment will happen next year or the year 2025, depending whether the case is gonna be dragged or not. All right. We will still wait on that, but it will come to pass, as I say. I would rather, when you ask me something and I would rather say I don't know. Once I start to speak about something and I say this is gonna happen, it means that it's gonna happen. Right? And I'm here to confirm something that is already happening, which I spoke in the month of August. Right? So the one of judgment, we will have to wait. But I already told you what will happen in the judgment. The five that are being accused, right? There won't be enough evidence to incriminate either of them, all five of them. Neither one of them is going to be arrested. So the judge will say, based on the grounds, because legally, you can't just dismiss a case. You have to follow the law. Um, um, if the evidence is not enough, you can just close the case and dismiss it. You know, and this is what is going to happen on the grounds that there is not enough evidence. Right now, they're dealing with evidences. They are bringing accused. I think they're dealing with accused number two right now. They're bringing evidences of his confessions, his his recordings and man. I'm saying to you today, neither neither either one of them will be arrested. The judge will release all the five. Mark my words. Right. But now, I said something in the month of August because I will never say something uh, just out of the blue. I said because there's a lot of spirituality involved, God working together with his angels will start to bring justice to everyone who was involved in the killing of Senzo. Because it involves a lot of spirituality, God will first deal with the spirituality side, you know, and when God will deal with the spirituality side, I said, in my exact word, I said, God and angels will start to deal with them one by one, spiritually, because a lot of things were done spirit. I said God will start to deal with them spiritually, and right now, as we speak, one of the people who were involved in the death of Senzo, by the name of Longwetwala, is haunted spiritual now as I'm speaking. He's running mad. People are taking pictures of him. He's running mad. He's no longer himself. People are taking videos. It's almost like he has run mad. Some are saying it's drugs. Some are saying, and I'm saying, I said something that God will because there's a legal aspect and there's a spiritual aspect. Because there were a lot of things that were done spiritually. uh, what if the justice, because I know many of us want them to be arrested, right? Because we are spiritual people, justice might not be someone going to jail. Even the fact that someone is running mad right now, it's probably maybe worse than going to jail. Being mad and people taking pictures of you being mad, it might even be worse. So we might say justice is not served if we are just observing things as natural people, right? But as spiritual people, you know, we can just say some of them are already having sleepless nights. They are haunted spiritual, because this thing, it's a spiritual thing. If it was just the death of Senzo, like it was just the death of Senzo. But the problem is the people who were involved, they brought traditional healers, they brought a lot of spirituality. Policies are confused, they don't know which docket to use. There was a lot of things that were done spiritual. But I told people that witchcraft will not rule. I said God and his angels will work together to deal with the whole matter and to deal with the whole situation. And right now, it is confirmed one of the people is going mad. And I will say this now before I close. This is just the beginning. There will even be a case of some people will be haunted. I'm talking about people who are implicated, not those five. Those five who are accused, all of them are innocent, and all of them will be released. Just wait for that word to come to pass. Everyone who was involved, this one of Longwetwala already being made is just the beginning of things. It's just the beginning of um, all of those things. There will be a point where some people who were in the house when Senzo died will be haunted to a point of committing suicide. You will hear things like someone committed suicide because they will be haunted to a point of. So I said witchcraft do not rule because God and his angels will already deal with the people one by one, as it is already happening now, right? So yes, justice will be served, but justice might not be necessary someone going to jail, but there will be something that will happen, and it will be public. It will not be a secret. Everything that will happen to everyone who was involved, any case of someone being spiritually haunted, which is a spiritual justice system. God has his own. The courts have their own justice system. God has his own justice system together with his angels, right? To deal with a matter. It might not be someone going to jail, but it might be someone being mad for the rest of his life. Right. So let's just close it here for today. I just came here to remind you of what we already started in the month of August and the things that are already happening. So we keep praying that finally may the truth prevail. May darkness not prevail. May the light prevail. Finally, may the family of Senzo find peace, and may they be satisfied by the fact that the truth will prevail and the light that will prevail. All right. So I'm praying. I'm praying a lot for you. May God keep you. May God bless you. May God keep you safe. May God provide. May God protect. And may God heal you. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.